Abhishek Sharma's first 4 of the innings. And there is the benefit, of course, of the power play overs. You can mistime it, you can show intent and get reward. That's exactly what's happened. Field up inside the circle on the offside, and conviction in the stroke brings 4 runs, 11 without loss.
Yeah, the previous 2 deliveries was a perfect length. It was slightly back of length where he just couldn't free his arms. On this occasion, slightly fuller to try and get that outside edge. But Abhishek Sharma just going for that big booming drive, even though, as you said, didn't time it as well as he would have liked, but it was aerial, it was over the infield, the 30-yard circle, picking up his first boundary.
SRH bowls, swaying out of the way. It's a good delivery, it's a well-directed bouncer with enough hostility, enough of a threat. You don't want to quite take it on.
Yeah, I always feel that when there is a bouncer on the offside, the batters can always try and play that uppercut, and you can control it a lot more than you can control your pull and the hook. It was a cross-seam delivery as well. It was a quick delivery, and Abhishek Sharma at the end deciding not to play any shot.
Marginal,
yeah,
for a wide, but they're not going to review it. Of course, you can review wides and no balls for above waist height in this year's IPL. I quite like that. I think it's adds something different. Abhishek Sharma is struck on the pad, is he? Maybe a combination of bat and pad. Could be trouble at the non-striker's end, and the throw misses. Oh, it was close. And what was Tripathi doing running from the non-striker's end? He was halfway down the track.
Yeah, I think he's always so keen, Rahul Tripathi, to get on the strike. He's always very fidgety, somebody who can't really stand still. And that was never a run. Very lucky to still be out there. Direct hit. He was halfway through his crease. But Shahbaz Ahmed had 3 stumps to aim. Yeah, just missing it completely. Fab du Plessis raising both his hands.
Not so much not in the frame, it's not in the postcode. This is defended. 5 dot balls in the over, just 4 from it. And after 3 overs, 11 without loss. And the RCB decision to have a bowl first, despite the fact Sunrisers say they would have batted. That's looking like a good call early on.
Yeah, you sense a wicket next over, don't you? Every time this happens, there's after 3 overs, when the team is struggling on 11 and they haven't lost a wicket, you know that they're going to try and do something different. They're going to try and play a few shots because this is the over. They need to get to that 50 mark, which is kind of a magic number in the first 6 overs without losing too many. And they've nothing to lose here, Sunrisers Hyderabad. I'm a bit surprised with their intent so far from both these players because they have nothing to lose. RCB need to win this game, and these players can just go out there and play with freedom, play with no fear. But that's what is missing at the moment from their innings.
11 without loss. It looks like a side that's been struggling for form. This has dropped towards backward point from the right-handed Tripathi. Just the openers, they're not playing with freedom, which is something really they should have, considering they're out of it.
Exactly, and that's what I always thought, that Harry Brook, and his only 100 in this year's IPL was when he opened the innings, and I was very surprised that after getting that 100 he was again pushed down to bat in the middle order, which came in as a massive surprise. And again, if this is a couple of games left, and if you got to try Harry Brook again, you got to try him at the top of the order. You know he has struggled against the spinners, so get him in the middle order is the wrong decision.
Giving himself some room is Tripathi, and playing a lovely shot. Uppercut over backward point, 4 runs, just the 1 bounce before it went bouncing over that boundary. 15 without loss, and that was a good shot.
Yeah, just giving himself a little room, and he knew that the desperation was creeping in for Rahul Tripathi. He knew that he had to go for it. And this time slightly short again from Wayne Parnell, and slicing it over that point fielder for an easy boundary. He needs to keep going, he cannot stop anymore. Yeah, good shot from Rahul.
Powerfully hit away. 15 without loss. This time into the leg side. It's another good shot. This could be 6, and I think it is. It was flat, brutal over mid-wicket, and 6 runs signalled by Virender Sharma. 21 without loss, and now it feels like there's a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, and again a terrible delivery from Wayne Parnell. The previous one was short, this was even shorter, and allowed Tripathi to just swivel on his back foot and hit it through that vacant mid-wicket region for yet another boundary, and better, a 6. And this should, as you said, give them a bit of momentum here. I think in the next 3 deliveries he's still going to go for the boundaries.
This is Fuller, better ball, dropped into the offside. Could be trouble, throw comes in and misses, and good job it did, because the batter got stuck in the ground as he tried to run it in. Abhishek Sharma, and there's an apology from Tripathi, who realises that was probably not the wisest run to take. 22 without loss.
They're playing straight to extra cover and going for that single. He was desperate to go to the other end after getting a couple of boundaries. Now it's up to Abhishek Sharma, who's on 6 of 11. He's a bit stuck as well. But again, as you said, as you discussed earlier, Henry, there's nothing to lose for these players. Last couple of matches in the season, you want to finish well. You want to play with no fear. Just go out there, play with freedom. And that's probably the message from the captain as well.
So Wayne Parnell with the ball in hand. And this is hit into the leg side. Nicely struck away, out towards deep mid-wicket. And it's going to be 4. This has not been a great over from Parnell, who was so impressive in that first over. He's not got it right. And the decision from Faf du Plessis to continue with the tall South African not paying off in over number 4. 26 without loss.
Yeah, just again the length. We often talk about either he was short or either he was too full. On that occasion, again, slightly short. Good shot from Abhishek Sharma. Just going with it. Going over that mid-wicket region. It shows that the wicket is pretty good to bat on.
Final ball of an expensive over is on the toes and should have been put away, actually. That was a freebie and it's been missed out on. 1 run taken towards short fine leg. And the over comes to an end. An expensive over as well, with the score moving forward rapidly. 27 without loss after 4 overs. Let me just remind you what's happening around the county championship. You can listen to every ball of every game on BBC Radio via the BBC Sport website and app. Hampshire against Northants. Hampshire 182 for 3 at the Ageas. Kent have struggled. Another low score for Zach Crawley today at the Oval. 176 for 7 having been put in by Surrey. Somerset 174 for 2 against Middlesex at Lords. Essex 182 for 3 against Notts. Leicestershire 170 for 7 against Worcestershire. Glamorgan all out for 123. Marnus Lavishai making just 1 up against Steve Smith and that Sussex side. Down at Hove, Durham against Gloucestershire. Durham 216 for 5, having chosen to bat first at Bristol. So that's the shape of things in the Championship. All the details, scorecards, everything else you might need on the BBC Sport website and app, including, as I say, all the commentaries. Right then, here comes spin for the first time today. Michael Bracewell into the attack. The Kiwi round the wicket with his off spin. This is slapped towards cover and caught. Immediate impact. Not a great shot from Abhishek Sharma, and it goes straight to the hands of the fielder. Huge excitement around the ground for plenty of RCB supporters that have made the journey. And it's 27 for 1.
Yeah, that was there to be put away. That was short, that was wide outside off stump, but Abhishek Sharma tried to hit it too hard, didn't control it, didn't put it in the gap, and straight to the fielder. Mohipal Lomror didn't do any wrong with that catch, and Abhishek Sharma would be disappointed. He had a great opportunity again to get a score under his belt. He wanted to finish the season well, out for 11 of 14 deliveries, and Sunrisers Hyderabad loses their first. 27 on board after 4.1 overs, and Bracewell, he's been pretty good since he's got the opportunity to play for Royal Challengers Bangalore, picking up a wicket in the very first ball.
So 27 for 1. Let me just remind you what the context of the game is for RCB. If they lose this match, they could still qualify, but for that to happen, they'd need Mumbai to lose their final group match. The other 2 teams that can get to 14, Rajasthan Royals and KKR, need to win their last matches and hope that Mumbai were to lose and then win the net run rate battle against all the teams finishing on 14 points. So RCB are in the box seat. It's just a question. Remaining fixtures, win and win quickly and give yourself the best chance.
Yeah, if they win both the games, they can qualify without a problem. They'll end up in 16 points, and that will make sure that they are in the top 4, the top 2. Gujarat Titans will definitely be in the top 2, and there might be an opportunity for Chennai to finish there as well.
Yep. Bracewell bowling to Markram first up, the captain. It's nudged into the leg side for a single. Bracewell getting an opportunity for just the 4th time in this year's IPL. And he's done a good job. He's showing good control. Taken 4 wickets across 3 matches, but I think it's that economy rate, best economy of any of the spin bowlers in that RCB team, be it from a slightly smaller sample size, but still, you can see why he's getting the opportunity at the back end of the group stages. Tripathi is on 15 and waiting, giving himself some room. Could be another one here, and it is! Caught at short, fine leg. Poor shot. Step across the stumps and try to help that ball into the leg side. Well, he did help it into the leg side, but straight into the hands of the fielder, who did not have to move. 28 for 2.
That's a horrible shot again from Rahul Tripathi. Again, trying to play that cheeky shot, trying to be innovative. There was a short fine leg field and straight to him. He didn't have to move much. And excellent bowling from Bracewell again, picking up his 2nd wicket in this over. And Sunrisers Hyderabad on the back foot with those 2 wickets back to back in the same over. He often does in T20 cricket. You don't want to lose wickets one after another, and that's exactly what Sunrisers did. Out for 15 of 12 deliveries, Rahul Tripathi, and RCB right on top after winning the toss.
Indeed. So Henrik Klaasen joins the party. Klaasen, who is leading run scorer for this Sunrisers side. He's passed 50 on a couple of occasions. Has been one of the few bright spots, really, in a batting lineup that has, in the main, failed to fire. But last 5 innings, he's got going, and last time out against the Gujarat Titans, 64, his highest score of the tournament at Ahmedabad. Really impressive, and I think he's somebody that he's a gritty player, sort of guy that you want in your side, because he's going to keep on fighting, even though their cause is a lost one for qualification for the playoffs. He's been, as I say, one of the few bright spots in the batting. Right-hander, and he's giving himself some room. Punching through the offside to pick up 4 immediately. Should have been stopped in the covers, but a nice back foot drive to find the boundary. 32 for 2.
You know straight away when a player is in form and the player isn't in form. That shot was for somebody who is in brilliant form in this season's IPL, just giving himself a little room outside the leg stump and opening up that offside, as you said, though that should have been stopped by Mohammad Shiraz in extra cover. Bracewell disappointed. A lovely shot.
Bracewell bowling and again rocking back and again testing the hands of Siraj, who this time decides, rather than trying to stop it and pick it up in one motion, he's just going to get his torso in front of it, which probably seems wise. Really did stop it. 32 for 2.
If the hands don't do it, make sure your thighs do. Final delivery of this 5th over. 2 wickets in this over already for Bracewell.
Here comes Bracewell. And just a gentle tap down the ground from Klaasen to keep the strike. The ball going towards Glenn Maxwell, who trots in at the end of the over. 33 for 2. This has been, I think, RCB's start, I think it's fair to say, with those 2 wickets in that 5th over, slightly shifting the narrative of the start of this game. Abhishek Janjanwala, you're going to stay here, and in a moment you'll be joined by Atif Nohas.
I think often we have seen that with Sunrisers Hyderabad, this is the partnership which has done the job for the side. It's always been Aiden Markram and Henrik Klaasen, and today they have the luxury of Harry Brooks and Glenn Phillips to follow. So they have a very strong middle order. They just need a partnership here. Atif.
They do indeed. Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you, Henry, as well. Good afternoon, everybody. 33 for 2 after 5 overs, Sunrisers Hyderabad, having been put into bat by the Royal Challengers Bangalore. And that was despite the fact that the 6 matches that have taken place in this venue so far in this IPL, the batting team, or the team batting first, has won 4 of those encounters. As Shabazz has entered the attack, starts with a short ball, and Klaasen has cut this away nicely to the extra cover boundary for 4. Terrific shot that. Well in control already. Just a couple of deliveries in, Abhishek. He already looks much more comfortable than the 2 openers were.
This is a very good pitch to bat on, and also it shows that how good a form he is in, Atif. He's been an outstanding player of spin, and I think having him in the middle order when the spinners are operating is such a crucial thing for Sunrisers Hyderabad. And with Aiden Markram, we know he's a very good player of spin as well, but this is the partnership which can make life difficult for Royal Challengers Bangalore in this game.
It is indeed. Here's Shabazz again, a bit fuller this time, driven down the ground, down to long off, and they'll jog through for a single. 38 for 2 off 5.2 overs.